Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. And if you like my channel, please like and subscribe. There's a notifications bell where you can get notified as to when I'm going live. If you look in the descriptions of my link, you will find that I'm on Patreon now. And I also have links on how you can help if you would like to help us in our outreach. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to talk about a really, really beautiful experience that happened on what was a day? Today's Friday, so it would have been Wednesday, the 26th. We went out with Unify Seattle and Vicky from One Health Project Research. And hi, Yvette. And Yvette, I got your Christmas card. It was absolutely beautiful, and your present. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. And just sending love to you, beautiful family. I want to say that when we went and did this, it was kind of off the cuff. We planned it in days, and I was so surprised at just the kindness and willingness of people to just jump in. And this was a rainy, cloudy day, and it was funny because the rain was just coming down. And the thing is there is no when you are unhoused or homeless, one of the problems is that you don't have an address. And so finding a concrete address to find people is very difficult. And especially when you're gathering all people into one space. And that proved to be a huge challenge. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Pat. Hi, Seek. It's wonderful to see you guys. So we finally gathered, and this was amazing because Hannah, who runs Unify Seattle, had her mobile vet clinic there, and me and Kate, one of my viewers, and Liz were there to hand out supplies for everyone. And there was coffee, and there were volunteers, and Vicky was there with her volunteers, and it was just absolutely amazing, the impact that we were able to make. And it was really surprising as well. Hi, Benjamin. It was really, really surprising as well because as we found out, the city has picked up their sweeps, their encampment sweeps, where they sweep everybody out. And so that area had just been swept. So we were having a hard time connecting with people and getting people out there to know. As many people know, there's not a whole lot if you aren't connected or have a smartphone. There's not much connection with the outside world. So a lot of times we have to depend on word of mouth. And if it's taking place in a quick place or it's out of the way and it's raining, not many people will show. So we have to be able to move operations, as it were, as we find the need. Yes, Kate, I agree with that. Meeting at Starbucks is an amazing idea. We can fill up on coffee before we get out there. Oh, and I really appreciate you. Seriously, Kate, the work you came out and did and the supplies you brought and the absolute just determination and perseverance to learn and be there and give of yourself and your time and your money and your effort and supplies. And Kate, you have made a huge difference in a lot of lives. And I want to tell you as well to pace a little bit because you're a powerhouse and you got this, but it can be really heartbreaking sometimes. And that'll come with the territory. So we got together and it was really amazing. I was just so thrilled. And like I said, we picked up and moved operation. So we were there until about 2. And we all decided, we definitely needed food and some more refueling. So we went to the nearest Starbucks, and there was a teriyaki place, and we had coffee and food. Next time I'm going to bring a changing tent in order to have a little place to go potty. Oh yeah, that's that's a good idea. That is a wonderful idea. So we picked up, and as we were sitting there, we had 4 police officers come in, and we were looking for the camps because when it is bad weather, a lot of people just hunker down. It's really hard to be outside and out and about with nowhere to go if you're far away, in those kind of conditions. So we needed to go where the people were and where they were having their encampments. And a lot of times, because of these sweeps happening, people are hidden. So you have to search for them. So Kate had asked the officers where we could find homeless people, and they were like, "You can't find homeless." And here's my response to that: we're out working to find them to help them. We're not trolling the streets, looking and coming into contact with the moved encampments and actually keeping an eye out on them to report. So no, I mean, they're a good source to know where they're at because they're the ones that are trolling those sites. I mean, that's the way that is. So it was kind of a funny answer, but whatever. So we got our information and we headed out again. And honestly, for everybody was so energetic and so just like on it and just willing to just give of themselves and their time and their effort and their joy. There was joy there, and we brought joy, and that was so important and so amazing. Um, Hello from Hollyland. Oh, hi. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Lori. Merry Christmas. So we got moving. And as we were moving and we parked in an area where, of course, there was a hidden community, we could roll up and start handing out supplies and vet care. And people were just amazed and so thankful to have this. And as we saw, we were walking up, there were some other vehicles parked. And little known to us, UGM was also out there giving of their time and effort and supplies. So we were able to make that connection, and hopefully, the more connections we make and the more collaboration and the more we work together and talk to one another, and we can do amazing things, and it grows and it grows, and it's just so phenomenal. So we were able to make that connection, which was amazing. And I was able to reach out to a few of my street kids and ask, where some of the encampments are, because they have swept an unholy amount this year and this holiday season. So we're out looking for that. And there's just some really wonderful things going on with the UW team and the medical facilities and the collaboration between different organizations and agencies. It's really beautiful, and this is outside of, these are people deciding to take this on and do this and hit the streets and go where things are needed. So UGM is the United Gospel Mission. Yes, Union Gospel Mission. Yeah. Yep. And we're going to be having a meeting with them as well as to some of their projects with pets and animals. And because my company, Beings, is really kind of exactly what the Center for One Health is doing. And that is taking into account all of it, all beings. The health of all of us depend on the interconnectedness of our world. So that's a huge deal. So I just wanted to really just throw that out there, the thanks, the amazingness, and the amount of supplies we handed out, the tents. People are going to be warm and be able to have some semblance of space of their own, and that is so important. And sometimes it seems like we can't get things out fast enough before the city sweeps them and takes them away again, but we try, and that's all we can do until everybody is on board with human rights being the go-to in the thing. I think that, we're going to go rounds with this, but that's what immediate outreach is for. Immediate outreach is not to solve the issue. It is to it is to solve the issue in the long run by getting people to services. But when you're handing out supplies, you're there to make their quality of life better and to make it survivable and livable and in a healthier mindset, because quality of life and a raise in quality of life can do a lot for the mindset of people. To solve homelessness, we have to understand that habitat and housing is part of healthcare, and our environment is so essential to the health of our species and who we are. Um, so yeah, Kate is going to do some interviews with me as well. So I want to talk next. My next subject is a subject about something that happened this morning. And it's about how, even though we're doing amazing and wonderful, and just for me, it's just such uplifting things. And then this morning I go out and I'm walking Rowan, and I'm coming down the hill, and by the public storage unit, there is a guy who apparently was on the phone screaming and then got off the phone and started screaming random things. Now, I know nothing about this man except that he is acting erratically and on public storage property, and he probably shouldn't. If Rowan decides to eat this guy's face because he's acting like he's going to hurt me, at this juncture, I'm too tired to stop her. So I walked into public storage, of course, in slippers and a coat. And I walked in and I said, "Hey," I said, "there is a guy on your property who is acting erratically, screaming at passerby, and things." I said, "You should probably, tell him to move on or whatever. He's literally sitting on your property on your steps." And the lady did not hear me, the lady at the desk. So the other lady takes it upon herself to translate into a very like, I don't know what she heard, but it got me, because she said a homeless guy is, I said, "I did not say that. I said nothing of the sort. That is not what I said." What? How did you translate there is somebody acting erratically on your property to a homeless guy? It blew me away. So I was just like, "Hey, not everybody like that's homeless." Like, what? I did not say that. And I had to turn around and just walk out, because at this point, I'm upset. So Liz, wonderful Liz, got a dose of about a half hour of ranting before my meds kicked in and I chilled out about the stereotypical translation of the telephone game. And I just, is that the first thing that hits the vision of someone when so little information is given? It just really struck me, and I was pretty upset at first, and then I realized that's why I do what I do. Educate people. Talk to them about it. Let them know, because that's all we can do, is combat those things with truth and data. So in the end, it was definitely an experience that kind of pulled me down to the ground from the absolute high of going out and bringing joy to people, because that really gets me. And just realize that there's so much more to do. There's just so much more education, and this is so important. And this is a very important thing, to educate people and have them realize the very reality of the situation, and maybe not make such snap judgments. So I'm going to read some of the comments and respond. Give me just a second. Oh gosh, I'd like to see that. Oh, thank you. Yes, people can be quick to judge, but I think that that's part of all of, I know I have been guilty of that in my life many, many times, is being guilty to judge and snap judgments. And it was a training thing for my own mind to think about my thinking. Am I doing this? Is this something that I want a part of my life and a part of my thinking process? Is that, or do I want to look deeper? Do I always want to look deeper? Do I want to think more? Overthink? I believe in overthinking. Think until you can't think anymore. Wrap your mind around situations. Look at it from different angles and just really analyze. And then look at data. And then and extend the data that you learn and the education that you learn to the the different angles that you're putting onto the issue. So I believe in thinking, like really deep thinking. Hi, Mohammed. Um, so that's what I had to say for today. And, but all in all, it's been amazing and positive. And however, I am going to take a couple days to rest because being out in cold and rainy weather can definitely take a toll on my health, and I am feeling a little under the weather. So I am going to rest and relax and just enjoy being myself. um, oh, thank you, Andy. Yeah, Orion. Yeah, the Orion Center has been around a long time, and they do good work. But like all of us, collaboration on all fronts is essential, and I think that's where we're all working towards is just being an even bigger force for good. Happy holidays. Yeah. Oh, hi, Tara. Thank you. I love you so very much, Tara, and I thank you for following, and you're amazing too. And I didn't even know you watched my videos. And yes, we are really, I feel like this year, especially, when I started giving out supplies, I was homeless and trying to make a difference in my community. I mean, this was my community. This is my community. These are my neighbors and these are my people. And so then as this has progressed, the more lives that we've been able to touch, it's beautiful. It blows me away. It really does. Just the way it has blossomed and being able to do what I do is phenomenal, and it really touches my heart. Um, love you too, Tara. All right, I'm gonna close out now because honestly, I don't have a whole lot more to say, and I'm probably just gonna go and drink my coffee, of course, and listen to some music. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, and again, happy holidays. And in the links, I will also post how to, if you want to donate, how to do that. And just, I want to remind everyone, if you cannot donate, you can still take action. You can still educate people. You can still give big smiles. You can still be kind. You can still do those things that make such a huge difference in lives. So, just so everyone is aware, the difference isn't always something that tangible that we can give. Sometimes it's in being that person or being that problem solver or whatever contributes to the greater good. So, but anyway, there will be links up in there and everything like usual. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.